What you're looking at is nothing short of incredible. EV3 sensors and motors are finally compatible with the new Spike Prime system and powered up. So first, let's look at the adapter itself. You will notice that it is actually a computer chip. This is to allow the translation of protocols and to make sure that the Spike Prime hub sees the EV3 sensor as a Spike Prime sensor. There is also the EV3 port as well as the powered up cable sticking out. Do not worry about the cable. This is just a beta board, and the final solution will have a proper plug here, so it'll be a much better version. The adapter has technic holes so that you can make a protective case for it, and now you can easily incorporate it into any of your Mindstorms robots. With this adapter, you can use an EV3 sensor with the Spike Prime hub. In this example, I'm showing you the ultrasonic sensor, and you can start playing with it immediately. No need to update the firmware. However, I want to update the firmware so that I can demonstrate to you just how easy the process is. The chip has a Wi-Fi module, and to put it into update mode, simply disconnect the adapter and while holding the tiny OTA button, reconnect it to the hub. Now you can use your computer to connect to the adapter's Wi-Fi. Now you'll see a pop-up for the firmware update. It currently doesn't work, so you need to type the IP 192.168.3.1 into a browser and you will be taken to the update page. Simply upload the firmware file and begin the process. It's very quick, and after it's done, you can continue to use the adapter. So here I have just modified the robot Qikeasy and I gave him the EV3 infrared sensor. I have neatly tucked the adapter board under the hub, and the infrared sensor is connected through this device. Now I can use the power functions remote to control the robot. This is absolutely incredible, and it opens up so many new possibilities for the new Mindstorms system. You can also make an infrared beacon follower program, and I'm so glad we're finally able to do this since it was one of my favorite features of the EV3. So how exactly does this work? Well, the board essentially converts the infrared sensor to a Spike Prime color sensor. The various inputs from your infrared remote will be interpreted as different colors. The infrared sensor can still, of course, use the distance functionality, and the hub interprets the distance as the raw red value, which is very interesting. But what about the motors? When programming, just pretend they are Spike Prime motors. I have set up a very basic program to copy the movements I input into the Spike motor and replicate them on the EV3 motor. Isn't that so cool? Furthermore, you can even connect an NXT motor to the adapter and it'll work just like an EV3 motor. The old NXT and EV3 motors provided an insane amount of torque, so you will finally be able to take full advantage of those motors instead of having to rely on the new weak motors. So can you connect NXT sensors to this adapter? Unfortunately, you cannot. The NXT uses the I2C protocol, whereas the EV3 uses UART, and powered up as well as Spike Prime use a more advanced version of that. As a result, NXT sensors will not be detected by the hub. This is unfortunate because there were so many different third-party sensors developed specifically for the NXT, such as the massive assortment of high technic sensors, and they are unable to be used with Spike Prime. Perhaps in a future version of this adapter, NXT sensor compatibility could be introduced so that we get access to all of the old sensors. By the way, this adapter even works with powered up. You can connect the NXT motor to the Control Plus hub and it will work flawlessly. I love being able to control a very strong NXT motor from the powered up app. On top of that, you know how the biggest complaint about the new Control Plus system is the lack of a physical controller? Well, here we have it. We can successfully control this powered up hub using a good old Power Functions remote, all thanks to the EV3 sensor. The point of this demonstration is to show you that you can actually use the EV3 sensors with the powered up system. This is absolutely incredible, and it opens up an entire new universe of possibilities. I would also like to demonstrate the EV3 ultrasonic sensor together with the Spike Prime hub. Why would you want to use this if you already have an ultrasonic sensor with the Robot Inventor set? Well, the old sensors had several key advantages, such as removable cables, as well as, in my opinion, better attachment points. You can also use the EV3 color sensor, gyro sensor, as well as the touch sensor. All of the following electronic components shown here work pretty much flawlessly with the adapter. Personally, I think that having an external gyro sensor is a game changer. Imagine if you have a really tall Segway and your hub has to be kind of towards the middle or the lower section, and because of that it really won't get great measurements. You want your gyro sensor to to be as high as possible on the Segway, so having an external gyro sensor and placing it on top of the Segway would be very good. If you have a bunch of the old NXT motors or EV3 motors or sensors just lying around, then I strongly recommend you buy multiple copies of this awesome adapter. It's a game changer and it'll make upgrading to the new system so much easier. I also greatly appreciate how their website has very good documentation and instructions on how to use all of the sensors and motors. They made it very easy to understand, and I'm a big fan of this product. The team at Qikeasy did an exceptional job, and I can tell that a lot of hard work and passion went into this project, so I'm so happy that it's finally about to be on the market. You can buy this exact adapter when it launches on Indiegogo, and if you become a VIP member now, you'll be able to buy this adapter for only $20 as opposed to the full retail price of $29. While this may seem expensive, keep in mind that each sensor costs way more, and a brand new Spike ultrasonic sensor will cost you $46. And I have left all of the links to the product and how you can buy it in the pinned comment as well as the description of this video, so please check out this product. It's absolutely phenomenal. And if you would like to get my review of the Lego Mindstorms Robot Inventor set, then click on the video right over here. This is Yaron Brickme here, and I'll see you in the next one.